of this drive will come from their own 32. The give on the counter. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. There's a rich tradition of running the football at Auburn from James Brooks, Joe Cribbs, Bo Jackson, Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown. They love to find a tough running back to feed the rock.
Such great history, such great lineage of ground and pound and great athletes, and it's just a physical mindset of Auburn, and they're always that team that wants to run the football.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Guys, LSU has the lead here. Let's take a look at the numbers, and they have jumped out to an impressive start. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. And now they'll have to go the rest of the half with no timeouts remaining. Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Brown wants to pass. Hauls it in. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it. Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's 4th and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
Escapes the pressure going right. He'll try to do it himself. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Bears the pressure. Takes a hit as he fires. Makes the grab. It's Green. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple 1st downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. Makes the grab on the left. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he's going to bring this one out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, they're
intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Levin. Rushes on him. He's got it on the run. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. LSU trying to convert a 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the end zone. Did make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They really need to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Not much room to run. Give him 1 to the 7.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
To the air on 2nd down. Keeps looking downfield. He's knocked down, short gain, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Takes a shot as he lets it go. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
Slips through the line. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Dropping back, it's Levitt. Under fire. Going for it all. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
So here comes the Auburn offense. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Offense in an empty set. Looking downfield on first down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
Snagged in the middle. It's Singleton. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And you never want to say it's over early. I mean, we're here early in the game, but considering what the scoreboard is saying, they absolutely had to have that play for them to stay in this football game. And sometimes it just takes one great throw and one great catch to wake you up. They need to score a touchdown on this drive. They need to score another touchdown on their next drive, but maybe that's the play that turns things around for them.
The run inside. It's Cobb. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Might as well stick with him. He breaks a tackle. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Motion from the wideout. Got it, looking for a first. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Now the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll unleash the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Direct snap. It's Kane. And he's not going to be able to wedge his way there. The defense with the stop.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run, and you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down, and they give it back up now to their offense.
Back to throw, it's Levitt. He's going to fire deep. Holds it in on the left. Turns on the Jets. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Trying to run, it's Durham. And he's in. Touchdown, LSU. His 17th touchdown of the season and 3rd of this game.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They scored again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Looks like he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. That's reeled in. It's Cobb showing off that weight room work as he gets across the 20 and up to the 22. The Tigers will hustle to the line. Looking downfield very late in the half. He's going for the big play. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Back to throw, it's Levitt. Plucks it out of the air. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Bring in the heat. Fires downfield. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. One more snap coming before halftime. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He uncorks one deep. He can haul it in, incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, welcome into the epicenter of the college football world, our Orlando EA Sports Studios, and a great Week 8. We begin with Georgia taking on the number 8 team, the Texas A&M Aggies. And it's the Aggies on the losing end right now of a tight one. This legit playoff contender kind of stumbled out of the gates, and while there is time to turn things around, they had better start soon. Here now a look at some other games of note today, including a big upset with major implications.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys, you got guys out of the portal, you put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
Here comes the heat. Got the back over the middle. Got room at the 35. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Making side adjustments here. Brown will throw it. With the catch, it's Kane. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Tigers. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. Why not double the try total and go for 2? They'll go to the air. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
After that score, they'll try to build some momentum here in the third quarter and get it back with an onside kick. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. They'll start on the ground with Durham. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Here's a heat. They get to him as he throws. With the catch, it's Brown. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And the Tigers moving quickly to the line.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
After the penalty, the playbook is wide open on 1st and 5. Looking downfield, it's Levin. Under fire. And it's incomplete as he tried to lob it in with perfect touch.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Escapes the pressure to his right. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, here's Durham. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. They'll send the back in motion. On 4th down, looking to pass. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up, they bowed up, and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field in a sudden change situation and get you the football back.
Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. On the move, it's Cobb. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a 1st down.
I know it hasn't been the type game statistically this running back was hoping to have up to this point. He's been getting shut down. Finally, he's able to break through for a big one. And sometimes, you know, it just takes one. It takes one run like that to get his confidence back, to get the offensive line's confidence back.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
This defensive end is an animal. He already has 2 sacks, and we're only in the 3rd quarter. I'd move him around a little bit more defensively so that the offense has no idea where he's lining up. Because right now, man, he is feasting.
The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He wants to change this route. Brown wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the 1st half. 2nd half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on 4th down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet.
Going deep. He's got it way down the field. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Here's Lewis to throw. Max got it. Touchdown, Tigers. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. He scores for the 5th time in this game. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with Washington. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
The It's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Running inside, it's Cobb. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He'll run it again. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He might want another play. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Brown will throw it. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number.
Upstairs to make the catch. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum.
Headed to the end zone. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Auburn. My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Looking for space. It's Berry. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. LSU right back to the line. They'll keep it on the ground. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Finding some room. Touchdown, Tigers! Into the end zone with a breakaway score. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the 4th, and they are going to go to 7-0.
points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going... And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Yeah, and this defense, they got their ears pinned back. They know exactly what time it is with the big lead in the fourth quarter. They've already got a bunch of sacks on the day today, and they're looking for more.
So they'll try to make up some of that ground on second down from the 16. Motion from the wide receiver. Caught, and he's got room. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Finds his man. It's Echols. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? The offense changing the play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Unloads it left. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on fourth down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
And obviously, you're never going to point to one individual play over the course of a game, but that right there is basically a microcosm of the day it's been for this offense. They have not been able to get points up on the scoreboard because they simply can't execute.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Could be an alley. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Now with the 1st and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking. Wide receiver comes in motion. Stop behind the line, he'll lose yard.
Offense trying to go push pass on first down on the goal line, but the defense, tremendous surge up front. They get penetration, and they get the tackle for loss.
Got it. And they knock him down in the backfield. Outstanding play by the defense. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Looking for the score. And that one is picked off in the end zone. Crosses midfield. At the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. The defense takes matters into its own hands. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Looking downfield, it's Levitt. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Number 20, set to kick it off.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback making checks. They'll start this drive going to the air. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Takes it the other way.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
On 2nd and goal, they go right back to him. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively? Try to have success on 3rd down.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Guys, they're going to pass on taking the sure 3 here and try to get the touchdown, and this is a pretty big gamble.
Wide 29! Wide 29!
Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Gotta look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
They'll get this drive started from the 29. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Timeout called by the defense, 29 seconds to go. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Spits it out to the back. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. They give themselves just a little more cushion. Oh, they try to trick him. The holder wants to pass. They wrap him up, and boy, that comes when the defense needed it the most.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the fourth quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw on first down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Now the play fake. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He wants a big play here late. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And it's just been...
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they